conversions, and we'll start by looking at linear conversions. All right, so linear, like length of like a line, that would be a linear measurement. All right, so to convert from one linear unit to the other in the metric system, you can simply multiply or divide by 10 for every step that you move right or left. Or you can just move the decimal place right or left for every step we take. So this here is laid out: kilometers, hectometers, decameters, meters. Then we have decimeters, centimeters, and millimeters. All right, so you can use this for quick linear conversions. A move to the right on this chart, if we move to the right, means that's how many decimal places you're moving in the number. If you're moving to the left on this chart, that's how many decimal places you're moving in the number. All right, so let's take a look at an example. So let's say we have 8.5 kilometers, and we need to convert it into decimeters. All right, so we're going to start in our chart, and we're going to move from kilometers. We need to move all the way to decimeters. So all you do is start at kilometers, and we're going to move to the right on our chart. So 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places to get to decimeters. All right, so again, kilometers is here. It's always to the right of the unit, and then we move our decimal places. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to do the same thing for 8.5. 8.5 is there, and we're going to move the same number of decimal places. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then your decimal places there. And then you just need to fill these in with zeros. So 1, 2, 3 zeros. All right, so 8.5 kilometers is equal to 85,000 decimeters. All right, let's try another example. This time, let's call this A, B. Let's move from centimeters. So we're given 65 centimeters, and we need to get to kilometers. All right, so we're converting 65 centimeters to kilometers. All right, so I'm just going to grab a different color. So centimeters is right here, and we need to move all the way to kilometers is here. So we're moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 decimal places to the left. So we're going to do the same thing to our number. So it's 65. I'm just writing it like this, and I'm going to move 5 decimal places to the left. So our decimal place is right here currently, because it's a whole number, so our decimal place is right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and our decimal place goes there. And fill these in with zeros. So 1, 2, 3. And we can put a 0 here in front of the decimal place as well. All right, so we end up with 0.00065 kilometers. So 65 centimeters is equal to the same as 0.00065 kilometers. Our next example was 3 meters, and we need to convert it into kilometers. So on our chart here, we're moving 3 to the left, 1, 2, 3 to the left to get to kilometers. So moving 3 to the left here, our decimal place is right here. So 1, 2, and 3, our decimal place goes there. You can fill that in with zeros like this, and then you can put the 0 in front of the decimal place as well. So we get 0.003. Kilometers. All right, so what we can see here in this chart here is that linear measurement, it is one-dimensional measurement. It's the measure of the length of a certain object, or the measurement of a distance, or it could even be the measurement around a particular figure. When we look at area here, notice the units now are all squared. The units are squared, squared for area because it's a two-dimensional measurement and it's the measurement of the surface inside a closed figure. All right, so when we are looking at area and we are doing conversions in area, because it's squared, you have to multiply by 2 when you move the decimal places. So our chart still looks the same. So we would have kilometers, hectometers, decameters, and we have meters, decimeters, centimeters, and millimeters. All right, so now, for example, let's say we have 23 meters squared, right? This is now area. All right, anytime you see squared, meters squared, or any unit to the power of 2, that means we're looking at area because area is two-dimensional. It's a two-dimensional measurement. All right, so let's say we have 23 meters squared and you need to convert it to centimeters squared. So we're going to follow our same steps. We're going from centimeters to meters. So 1, 2. 2 decimal places to get to meters. But because it is squared, you have to double it. So you have to multiply it by 2. All right, so you're actually going to be moving your decimal place over 4 times. So 2 decimal places times 2, so 4 decimal places. So 23, and we're moving to the left. Sorry, we're moving to the right because we're going from meters to centimeters. 2 to the right. It's meters is what we're given. We're trying to get to centimeters. So our decimal place is here, and we're going to move it over 1, 2, 3, 4. So fill that in with the zeros, and we get 230,000 centimeters squared. All right, our next example, we have 6 meters squared, and we need to move it to decimeters squared. So again, you need to double the decimal places. So we're going from meters to decimeters. So it's one decimal place, multiply it by 2, so you're actually moving to the right 2 decimal places. So 1, 2, so it's 600. So the answer is 600 decimeters squared. All right, and the last one we're looking at is volume. Volume, it is a 3-dimensional measurement. It's the amount of space an object occupies. So for example, this figure here, you would do like length times width times height. So that is a 3-dimensional measurement. So here we can see all our units have to the power of 3. That means cubed. Anytime you see that, it means we're looking at volume. So for example, meters cubed, decimeters cubed, centimeters cubed, millimeters cubed. That means volume, which is a 3-dimensional measurement. So for volume, you're going to do the exact same measurement, but you're going to triple it, triple the decimal places. All right, so I'm just going to write this out again. So kilometers, hectometers, decameters, meters, decimeters, centimeters, and millimeters. And let's say we have 6 centimeters cubed, and we need to move it or convert it to millimeters cubed. All right, so centimeters to millimeters. Centimeters is here. We're moving 1 to the left, but because it's volume, you're going to multiply that decimal place by 3. So 3 decimal places. 1 times 3 is 3. All right, so here's our 6. Here's our decimal place, and we're moving it 3 to the right. So 1, 2, 3. Fill that with the zeros. So it's 6,000 millimeters cubed. All right, let's say we have, let's do one more. Let's say we have 3, let's just do 3 kilometers cubed, and we're trying to get it to meters cubed. So we would go from kilometers to meters, which is 1, 2, 3. 3 decimal places, but you got to multiply by 3. 3 times 3 is 9, so you're moving that 9 decimal places. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you fill that in with zeros. All right, so we end up with 3 billion meters cubed.